welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, here in front of Kublokop in the East Shroud, where he wanted to show us the way to Good King Moogle Mog the 12th, the next primal, probably. The entrance to the Thorn March is deep within the Bramble Patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward, but be warned, the Moggle's guard has set trap to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you need to protect me, Kupo. Escort Kublokop safely to the warded entrance. Should you fail to defend him or move too far away, he will return to him. I believe he just slowly follows you, right? Keep going, Kupo. Okay. That presence? Where? Inform us, okay. Yeah, go with them. Okay, yeah, on my way. That person? It should be it, right? You click it? Vehicle. I don't see any more beasts. Do you? Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? And step closer to the ward. Raise your hand and focus, like when you're tuned to an Aetherite, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish Muggles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Fawn March, hard. Yeah. After Ifrit, Garuda and Titan, there is no longer a normal mode. All trials are automatically on hard. There's a Moogle start. Kappa, who hid the Seveners away? Meddling adventurers, I'd wager. With guard to arms, defend the king, Kubo! Okay, the first thing we have to do is deal with the Moogle Scout. If you pay attention, the Moogle Scout actually reflects several jobs you can take yourself. The one is heroic, I believe. That is a Marauder. That white one was a White Mage. This is a Bard. You shall suffer for your transgressions against my subjects! And as I just wrote, it's best with King Mogglemog not to attack the king. Before all his Moogle Scout are done. Maybe not all, but the great majority of them should be dead. And your strength shall approach our enemies from Thorn March. Hearken unto me, brave Moggle's guard. These villains shall threaten you no more. Okay, the king. Lend me your strength. There's no one left to lend him his strength, so more grain of death doesn't do much damage. Good night, good King Moogle. And they flee. Up, you come along. And there's well, a weapon set for this. I get the more mock knives, which is great. We have a Moogle on the hill, right? You did it, Cooper! You did it! Good King Moogle XII, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more! I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Moggle's guard when you did. Thank you, Desiree. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Puknipak that the king is no more, Cooper. She's with Y.O. at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Okay, Puknipak anyway. Do I dare to believe my ears? Good King Moogle XII, may his magnificent virtues serve as an example to us all, has fallen? All Moogle's kind owes you a debt, Kubo. And I sense Y.O. wishes to congratulate as well. I shall let you two speak without fear of interruption. Your bravery in service of the 12th Wood and her Moogles shall not be forgotten, Desiree. My sister will doubtless wish to hear the tale of this great victory from the mouth of a woman responsible. Pray return to the Lotus Stand and tweet her to a full account of the day's events, while the details are yet fresh in your mind. Yeah, this is what I had to come here for. This way, Kublai says you killed the king. I'm pleased, of course, but it completely spoils the end of your story. A silly Moogle. By Lewis White's definition, the late King Moogle XII was indeed a primal. But how can that be? It defies all precedent. Everyone wants to hear your tale, Kupo. What are you waiting for? Tell them, tell them! Desiree, you returned to us unharmed and victorious. Must have had 2 reasons to be glad. Yet many questions remain unanswered. If you would be so kind as to oblige me, I would fain hear all that occurred in Thornmarch. Then it is as we feared. The king really is a primal. But he really isn't, is he? I mean, the Moogles don't worship him. For one thing, he's not even a god to them. That doesn't sound like any primal I've ever heard of. And then mayhap the fault lies with the definition. The fact remains, though, that through a combination of a power contained in crystals and the force of their collective faith, the Moogles called forth a being that by rights should not exist. Moreover, when slain, said being left no corpse, the ether which comprised him instead being scattered to the four winds. According to the accepted definition, he may not be a primal, but the mode of his manifestation was in every respect the same. I had in a book a situation where a man pointed out to a noble that for most commoners the difference between a king and a god is not all that large. You pay them tribute, you pay them respect, but as long as they don't directly interfere in your life, you don't care about them. So maybe that was enough for the king. Other people worshipped him, even if not as a god. Which means... Ascians. This whole business reeks of their handiwork. Kupopo, they said it was a masked man who had taught them how years ago, but Gridania has no shortage of masked men, and I never thought to question. Confounded owl. How many more will they ensnare with tainted gifts? Too many, I fear. So long as there are paragons to stir the embers, fools to build with fire, and crystals to feed the flames, ever and again shall we suffer primal visitation. A somber thought, but a solitary one. My heartfelt thanks, Desiree. Already the information you have provided has proven invaluable. The Grand Serpent Marshal and I have much to discuss. Oh, before you do, my lady, I was hoping we might finish discussing that other matter. The matter of which you speak has even now been settled. The Science shall not want for support. We shall be glad to send additional supplies to Revenant's Hall. We knew you could count on you, milady. While Ida and I remain to discuss the particulars of our arrangement with the Elder Seats here, mayhap you could return to the Waking Sands at the price for antecedent of all that has transpired? It's good to see you hale and healthy, Desiree. I received word from Ida and Papa Limo that you had felt good King Moogle Mog the 12th, but I had hoped to hear your version of the tale. So it was as they said, summoned with the same methods used by the beast tribes and taught by the Ascians. Though unfortunate, this incident did at least serve to remind the Elder Seatsea of our usefulness. Her offer of additional support could not have come at a better time. My thanks, Desiree. Owing to the tireless efforts of all concerned, we are, at long last, ready to bid farewell to Vesper Bay. So as to avoid drawing undue attention, we shall make the journey to Revenant's Hall in small groups, departing at irregular intervals. Lest you doubt, it's still my intention to conduct future operations openly, but on this particular occasion, the need for caution overrides all other concerns. To move north as one ponderous caravan would only serve to invite attack. It seemed only right that I should be the last to leave, and I would have you remain with me until the end, Desiree. Upon my departure, the Waking Sands will formally cease to be our headquarters, and the premises will be given into the care of Urianje. I had fought to relinquish the property, but he was quite adamant and I had not the heart to disagree. These walls have borne witness to some of the brightest and darkest moments in our Order's history. Maybe it's best that we do not forsake them entirely. Urianje shall remain here and devote his energies to studying the nature of primals. By the grace of the 12th, he will one day discover the permanent solution that we have sought for so long. Of course, he will not be alone. Alize shall continue to work closely with him as well. Should they require our assistance, I have their assurances that they will not hesitate to contact us. Speaking of Urianger, would you inquire of him if any tasks remain undone? I cannot escape a feeling that I have forgotten something. Something important. Thou art ever welcome, Desiree, but I require no assistance. Pray take thy leave, unburdened by concern for my well-being. Verily, thy countenance bespeaks a desire to quit this place without further delay. Mayhap thou thinkest this chapter of our tale concluded? That these halls should rightly be consigned to the annals of history? In man's eagerness to seize the future, how readily he does set down the past. Full many a proud pioneer have bravely stridden into the great unknown, only to find the banner of his ancestors faded by the eons, and still man glorieth in his discoveries. 'Tis through his pride that wisdom doth ever give way to ignorance, while they who lurk in shadows remain hidden, lost no sooner than they are found. Be not offended, Desiree. Thy conduct has ever been beyond reproach. Despite thy surpassing strength and all thy many victories, thou hast never been so convinced of thine own greatness as to imagine thyself above the failings of thy forebears. Maybe it's the echo which has opened thine eyes to the lessons of history. Would that the same could be said of... Whence came that cry? Vasola, try to find the antecedent! Desiree, you must... Okay, what happened here? Tell me, Louisois, would you have done the same? Louisois Lavalier was a remarkable man, wise beyond mortal measure. Would that I had met him prior to his passing. An Ascian here? How readily you see. You are indeed gifted, antecedent. But you're not like the others. Your robes. Gifted, but ignorant. Yet I shall not judge you harshly. The fault lies within your forebears. It has been millennia. Mine are the robes of an emissary. Unlike he who came before, I have no quarrel with you. You speak of La Brea? La Brea is a warrior. He fought. He fell. He may yet learn from his mistakes. Then you still... Come, I only confirm that which you already knew. There's no cessation, no oblivion, only expulsion. What are... Be ready when you are, milady. If there's nothing else? Is something the matter? She doesn't notice him. He's just not there. I feel the same way. After everything that's happened here, it feels strange to leave. But I'm sure we'll soon get used to Revenant's toll. Well, I'll let you say your goodbyes. Take as long as you like, my lady. We shall depart whenever you're ready. It is only to be expected. She lacks the gift and the knowledge both. To her, we are indistinct. I do not understand. Shadowless, fleshless, formless. What truth there is in each tale is diluted by time and telling. Knowledge dictates expectation, and expectation colors perception. Thus did she perceive naught. So, do I understand you right? You say, because she knows nothing about you, she has no expectations of how you should look, and so she is unable to see you? Is that it? So it is with all but a chosen few. Even you, when young, could not yet see with eyes unclouded. You know nothing about me. Nothing! The gift grants you clarity. It grants you focus. With it you may in time come to see us as we are, rather than this crude approximation. La Habrea did not think so highly of the Echo. La Habrea is wrong about a great many things. The Echo is indeed a gift, albeit one you have yet to master. And if we did, there would be no strife between our peoples, for we would be of one mind. I leave as I came, in peace, antecedent. May we meet again as friends. Wait! Stay where you are! Mayhap I wasn't delicate. 'Tis a mercy she shields her children from disgrace with such resolve. Was it also by her hand that you survived the ardor, I wonder? I take it there's no need to explain? Save your concern. He did me no lasting harm. Whatever his intention was, it was not to kill. I heard a cry. What happened? Are you alright? You look faint. Do you need to lie down? I could fetch you a flask of my special tonic. Rianje, send word to the students of Baldessian. Tell them to scour the archives, the forbidden tomes in particular. If there's any reference to an Astian robed in white, however oblique, I would know of it. An Astian, milady? Was that what gave you cause to cry out? I did but moments ago glimpse a figure clad in white set forth from the waking sands. Yet Astians are wont to employ teleportation magics. Why would one be so brazen? I know not and I care not. Find him, Desiree. Turn every stone in Vesper Bay if you have to. Pray attend me, Tataru. speaks of peace, but I know his words belie his true intent. Quickly, do not let him escape. Now, if he wanted to, he would be long gone. But there he is, waiting for us. I'm told you're the warrior of light, but I would know for myself. I shall walk north and you may choose to follow. Know, however, that you will be waylaid if you do. You may even perish. Should you survive, we shall speak anon. Okay, a bunch of void sand. Nothing too special. Bigger void sand. Two of them. And Espions. Remarkable. Truly remarkable. I thank you for granting me this indulgence. None save she who bested La Habrea could endure such examination. Have the laws of man grown so twisted in my absence that it's now permitted to lay hands upon an emissary? You bore witness to my audience with the antecedent, did you not? Then you know I acted only in self-defense. That can be argued, yes. I realize the same cannot be said of La Brea. Even amongst his brethren, he is considered unique. Nevertheless, I cannot wholly condemn his misdeeds, for through them we discovered you. One so strong in the gift that she could cast us out. Your mother favors you still, that much is plain, but surely you must feel it. Her influence wanes, and her strength shall soon be spent. These lands, these people, this world, all shall soon change. As it was, so it shall be again, as it should always have been. Doubt my claims and question my motives if you will. Only believe me when I say this. I am Elidibus, emissary, bearer of the word of the one true God. and we shall meet again. Thank the gods you've returned, Desiree. After you left, I began to worry that I might have sent you to your doom. I take it our visitor proved elusive? Nope, he waited for me. Beg pardon? He was waiting for you? What did you do? What did he say? As it was, so shall it be again. Of when does he speak? And of what exactly? The words of his Elidibus portend much, but reveal nothing, save perhaps a measure of disdain for La Brea. I'd hoped for answers, but it seems I shall have to contend with a wealth of additional questions. Okay, but that is it for this episode, I think. Probably a bit overlong, but I wanted to finish a little bit and not stop in the middle of it. Anyway, until next time, when we continue playing Final Fantasy XIV. I'm Mace, and don't get lost.